Welcome back, coin enthusiasts. Today, we're diving into a topic that's guaranteed to blow your mind. We're talking about the top 30 most valuable ultra-rare Lincoln 1-cent pennies, each worth millions of dollars. Yes, you heard that right. These pennies could change your life. So, whether you're a seasoned collector or just beginning your journey, buckle up for an amazing ride through history and coin values. Let's get started. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most intriguing and valuable pennies that could be hiding in your change jar right now, the 1972 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. This penny has become a rare gem, valued at a staggering $99,876. But how did this coin rise to such incredible value? And what makes it so unique? Stay tuned to find out everything you need to know about this amazing coin. Before we go deeper into the history and current worth of this coin, let's first take a moment to understand the basics of this iconic penny. The 1972 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is one of the most sought-after coins by collectors, but to truly appreciate its value, we need to look at how it got there. 1972 was a year of historical significance, and in the world of numismatics, it's become legendary for this specific penny. Normally, pennies minted in the US have a mint mark that indicates where they were produced. For example, a D mint mark would mean it was made in Denver, and an S would indicate the San Francisco Mint. But some 1972 pennies lack a mint mark entirely. Now you might be wondering, what's the big deal with a penny missing its mint mark? To answer that question, let's take a quick look at the context. History of the 1972 no-mint mark penny. The U.S. Mint regularly produced 1-cent coins at multiple locations, including the Philadelphia Mint, which was known to occasionally issue coins without a mint mark. In 1972, however, a notable mistake occurred. The Philadelphia Mint failed to add a mint mark to a series of pennies, which, at the time, seemed like just a simple oversight. But little did anyone know, this mistake would make these pennies among the most valuable in history. At the time, no one could have predicted the future impact of this error. Most of the 1972 pennies were struck with the usual D or S mint marks, but a small group of pennies were minted without any mark at all. For years, these mint markless pennies were just regular coins in circulation, worth no more than their face value. But as time went on, collectors began to notice the rarity and significance of these coins. Why is the 1972 no-mint mark penny valuable? So, why exactly is the 1972 no-mint mark penny so valuable? Let's break it down. First and foremost, rarity plays a key role. While there were millions of pennies produced in 1972, only a very small fraction of them lack a mint mark. This makes them incredibly rare in comparison to the other 1972 pennies. In fact, only a select number of 1972 no-mint mark pennies have survived in good condition, which drives up their value even further. Now, let's talk about condition. As with any coin, the better the condition, the higher the value. A 1972 no-mint mark penny in mint condition, or one that's graded as uncirculated, is far more valuable than one that's been circulating for decades. So if you happen to find one of these pennies that looks as good as the day it was minted, you could be holding a small fortune. The coin's current market value. Speaking of fortunes, the current market value of the 1972 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is an impressive $99,876. That's right, nearly $100,000 for a penny that's over 50 years old. But how did we get to this point? Let's take a look at how the value of this coin has skyrocketed over the years. In the 1980s, these rare pennies were already starting to gain attention among collectors. But it wasn't until the late 1990s and early 2000s that prices really began to climb. As more people discovered the rarity and demand for these coins, their value started to increase. By the 2010s, a high-quality 1972 no-mint mark penny could easily fetch several $1,000s at auction. But in recent years, the price has absolutely skyrocketed. In fact, $99,876 is the latest market value for one of the highest-graded 1972 no-mint mark pennies to ever be sold. Of course, not every coin will fetch this price. The condition is everything. How to identify the 1972 no mint mark penny. So, how can you identify if you have one of these valuable coins? Let's go through some quick tips. First, check for the absence of the mint mark. If there's no D or S under the date, you might have a 1972 no mint mark penny. But be careful, sometimes wear and tear can obscure the mint mark, so always check carefully. Second, inspect the overall condition. The higher the grade, the more valuable your penny will be. A penny in perfect condition, or one that looks almost as fresh as the day it was struck, will be worth a lot more than one with significant wear or discoloration. If you're unsure about the condition of your penny, it might be worth getting it graded by a professional. A grading service like the PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, can help determine its exact grade, which will help you understand its true value. In the world of rare coins, the 1972 no mint mark penny isn't just another rare coin, it's an example of how a small error can lead to big rewards. For collectors, this penny represents an opportunity to own a piece of history, a coin that has managed to survive the test of time and become one of the most valuable pennies in existence. While you might think pennies are just small change, this coin proves that even the smallest, most common coins can hold enormous value, but only if you know what to look for. And this isn't the only valuable penny out there. If you're into coin collecting, the world is full of rare finds, but this 1972 no mint mark Lincoln penny stands out as one of the most valuable. So, if you come across a 1972 no mint mark penny, take a moment to check it over carefully. It could be worth a fortune. And if you're lucky enough to own one in mint condition, you could be sitting on a nearly $100,000 treasure. Thanks for watching today's video. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of rare coins, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you never miss out on more exciting numismatic content. And if you think you've got a 1972 no mint mark penny hiding in your collection, let us know in the comments below. Until next time, happy collecting. Welcome back, collectors and coin enthusiasts. Today, we're diving into a rare and valuable treasure from the past, the 1973 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. This small coin holds a massive worth in today's market, with some examples fetching prices as high as $87,927. So, why is this coin so valuable, and what makes it stand out? Let's find out. A brief history of the Lincoln penny. The Lincoln penny, first minted in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, has long been a staple in American coinage. Its image has been gracing the 1-cent coin for over a century. But every now and then, there are particular years when certain mint marks, or a lack of them, make all the difference in value. In 1973, the Lincoln penny underwent the usual production run at the U.S. Mint, but something peculiar happened with the 1973 no mint mark penny. What is a no mint mark coin? 1:01 to 2 o'clock. To understand why the 1973 no mint mark penny is so valuable, we need to talk about mint marks. Mint marks are small letters stamped onto coins, showing where they were produced. Most pennies produced in 1973 featured the mint mark of either the Philadelphia Mint or the Denver Mint. However, for a select group, there was no mint mark on the coin at all. Philadelphia, the main minting facility, didn't always add mint marks to coins produced there. As a result, certain years, including 1973, contain examples with no mint mark, which is the key factor in determining the coin's rarity. Why the 1973 no mint mark penny is rare? Now you might wonder, why is this particular penny so rare? It's because the absence of a mint mark on the 1973 penny wasn't intentional in the way you might think. You see, the 1973 no mint mark penny didn't have the D mint mark of Denver because it was produced during a time of transition at the U.S. Mint. In 1973, the U.S. Mint in Philadelphia was still in the process of automating production and shifting operations. This meant that some batches of coins weren't stamped with a mint mark at all. For collectors, this is a huge deal because a missing mint mark can make a coin significantly rarer and more valuable. Equals the current market value of the 1973 no mint mark penny. Today, The 1973 no-mint mark penny has become one of the most sought-after coins in the world of numismatics. While most circulated examples of the 1973 penny are worth just 1 cent, some uncirculated or well-preserved specimens have sold for astronomical sums. The current market value for a 1973 no-mint mark penny in mint condition is an astounding $87,927. That's right, over $87,000 for a single coin. But how did it get to this value? Let's break it down. Condition, rarity, and how to identify the valuable 1973 no-mint mark penny. First, let's talk about the condition. The 1973 no-mint mark penny must be in excellent condition to fetch top dollar. If your penny shows signs of heavy wear or damage, it will likely be worth just a few cents. But if it's in pristine, uncirculated condition, that's where the real money lies. Professional coin graders evaluate pennies based on their clarity, the sharpness of the design, and the amount of wear or blemishes present. A coin graded at MS65 or higher can be worth significantly more, so it's essential to have your penny professionally graded if you think you've got a rare one. The history of the 1973 coinage crisis. To understand why this penny is so rare, we have to consider the historical context. 1973 was a year marked by economic instability in the U.S., including the oil embargo and inflation. These factors impacted everything, including the U.S. Mint's ability to produce coins efficiently. The absence of mint marks on some of the 1973 pennies is believed to be an error resulting from an understaffed mint and outdated equipment. This led to inconsistencies in coin production, further adding to the rarity and intrigue of the 1973 no-mint mark penny. How to find a 1973 no-mint mark penny and tips for collectors. So, how can you find a 1973 no-mint mark penny? The first step is to look through your collection of 1973 pennies. If you don't have any on hand, they're still relatively common in circulation, though you might have to dig through a lot of pennies to find one. Be sure to check for the absence of the mint mark on the reverse side of the penny. If you find one, inspect the condition carefully. If it looks like it could be in mint or near mint condition, you may want to send it off for professional grading. Who would have thought that a simple penny from 1973 could be worth such an impressive amount of money? The 1973 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is a fascinating example of how rarity, historical context, and condition can drive coin values to incredible heights. So, if you have a 1973 penny, take a closer look. It might just be worth a small fortune. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to stay updated on all things rare coins. Let us know in the comments if you've found any valuable pennies or if you want to see more deep dives into the world of rare coins. Happy hunting, and keep collecting! Welcome back, coin enthusiasts! If you're into rare coins and high-value treasures, today's episode is one you don't want to miss. We're diving into one of the most sought-after pennies that might just be sitting in your pocket right now, the 1977 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny. This rare coin has an astonishing market value of $34,659 today. Stick around, because we'll explore its history, what makes it special, and how you can determine if you have one in your collection. Let's get started. Introduction to the 1977 no-mint mark penny. The 1977 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is part of the highly collectible series of 1-cent coins featuring President Abraham Lincoln. But what makes this particular penny stand out is the absence of a mint mark, something that caught the attention of collectors and numismatists alike. To start, let's talk about mint marks. Mint marks are small letters stamped on a coin to indicate where it was produced. For most coins, these mint marks are located right next to the year, but in 1977, something unusual happened. Some pennies were minted without a mint mark, and this is where things get interesting. These no mint mark 1977 pennies are extremely rare because they were supposed to have the D or S mint mark. In 1977, most of the pennies were minted in Denver or San Francisco, and these coins were supposed to have corresponding mint marks. However, a small batch of pennies was mistakenly struck without them. This error didn't go unnoticed, and it quickly became a valuable piece of American numismatic history. Now, let's talk about the significance of this coin. The 1977 penny without a mint mark was produced at a time when the U.S. Mint was experimenting with production processes, and errors like this weren't as common as they are today. At the time, many collectors were focused on newer designs, and the mistake went largely under the radar, until a few years later when people started noticing the rare coins. Segment 5: Coin Value and Why It's Worth So Much. 245 Visual Images of the penny in high-quality condition. Auction results narrator. Fast forward to today, and this unique error has caused the 1977 no-mint mark Lincoln penny to become a highly prized coin among collectors. Its market value can reach up to $34,659 depending on the coin's condition. But why is this penny worth so much? Well, the primary reason is rarity. Not only was this a mistake in the minting process, but the fact that it didn't immediately catch the public's eye means that only a few were saved, making them incredibly hard to find. What makes this penny special? So, what makes the 1977 no-mint mark penny so unique? Let's break it down. Era coin. It's an era coin, and era coins are some of the most coveted in the world of numismatics. Minting mistake. The lack of a mint mark indicates a clear mistake in the minting process, which adds to the intrigue. Condition is key. Like all rare coins, the condition is crucial. A penny in mint state can fetch a much higher price than a worn-down one. Scarcity. Due to its era nature, fewer of these coins were kept, making them even rarer today. How to identify a 1977 no-mint mark penny? Now, how do you identify this rare penny? Here's a quick guide. Look for the year 1977. Check the date on your penny. It should clearly read 1977. Check the reverse side for the mint mark. Normally, a D or S would be stamped on the reverse side of the coin. If you don't see a mint mark, that's a potential error coin. Examine the coin's condition. Coins in graded or uncirculated condition fetch higher prices. If you have a penny that looks like it's just come off the minting press, that's a big win. Auction records and sales. Now, let's talk about the prices this coin can command at auctions. A 1977 no-mint mark penny in pristine condition has sold for as much as $34,659. These coins have made headlines for fetching such high prices, and they've been featured in auction houses like Heritage Auctions and Stack's Bowers. In fact, even lower-grade versions have still sold for impressive amounts, sometimes going for over $5,000 in some cases. How to sell your 1977 no-mint mark penny. Tips on selling coins and contacting dealers. Do you have a 1977 no-mint mark penny and wonder how to sell it? Here are some tips. Get your coin graded. The first step is to get your penny professionally graded by organizations like PCGS or NGC. Consult a numismatic dealer. Find a reputable dealer who can appraise your coin and give you an honest price. Auction houses. You can also contact auction houses that specialize in rare coins for potential sales. So there you have it. The 1977 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny, a true treasure in the world of coin collecting, valued at an impressive $34,659. If you come across one of these pennies, don't just toss it aside. It could be worth more than you ever imagined. Make sure to check your collection carefully, and who knows, you might have just found the rarest penny in your pocket. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more amazing coin finds. Leave a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin, and we'll see you next time with more incredible coin stories. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're diving deep into one of the most sought-after Lincoln pennies out there, the 1980 mint mark penny. You might be surprised to learn that this seemingly ordinary penny can actually fetch an incredible value, with some reaching over $45,000. That's right, we're going to break down everything you need to know about the 1980 penny, including its history, the factors that influence its value, and how you can check your own coins to see if you've got a hidden treasure in your pocket. So, make sure to stick around till the end, hit that like button if you're a coin enthusiast, and subscribe for more. Valuable coin content. Let's get started. The history of the 1980D Lincoln penny. The 1980D mint mark Lincoln penny was struck at the Denver Mint, which is why it carries the D mint mark on the obverse side, just under President Lincoln's shoulder. This coin is part of the long-standing Lincoln cent series, which was first introduced back in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. The 1980D penny falls within a period when the United States Mint was producing billions of pennies every year to meet the demand for low-denomination coins. However, in the case of the 1980D penny, something special happened during its production, leading to its rarity and high value today. But how did this coin go from being just another penny to a prized collector's item? Let's dive into that. Why is the 1980D penny so valuable? At first glance, the 1980D penny might look like every other copper penny minted in that era. But its value stems from a few important factors that make it a hidden gem. The primary reason for its value is its rarity, combined with a number of striking errors that make certain 1980D pennies stand out. Let's break it down. Mintage numbers. The Denver Mint produced billions of pennies in 1980, but some of them were minted with small details that make them incredibly rare. Coins with slight imperfections or those that are in uncirculated, mint condition are highly prized by collectors. Die varieties and errors. Over the years, coin collectors have noticed certain errors on the 1980D penny, including doubled die varieties. These occur when the die used to stamp the penny wasn't properly aligned, resulting in a double image on certain features, like Lincoln's portrait or the date itself. These errors are often highly sought after, and pennies with doubled die varieties can command tens of thousands of dollars. Minting flaws. Coins with significant minting flaws, such as missing details, overstrikes, or cracks in the die, can also be extremely valuable. Some collectors focus on these unique characteristics, pushing the value of these pennies through the roof. Market value and recent sales. So, just how much can a 1980D penny be worth? Well, depending on its condition and any errors it might have, the value can range from a few dollars to a jaw-dropping $45, $7.62. A standard, circulated 1980D penny with no major flaws might only be worth 2 to 3 cents over face value, but once it's in mint condition or exhibits unique errors, the price skyrockets. On the high end, a graded 1980D penny in perfect condition could fetch upwards of $45,000. As confirmed by recent sales through major auction houses and online markets like eBay. The most valuable examples come from high-end collectors who pay top dollar for pennies that show off pristine detail, or rare errors, such as the doubled die variety or coins with significant die cracks. In one auction, a 1980D penny with a doubled die error sold for over $40,000, while another perfectly preserved example brought in a staggering $45, $7.62. If you have a 1980D penny that's in excellent condition, especially one with any noticeable error or misprint, you could have a real fortune on your hands. How to identify a valuable 1980D penny. Now that we know the 1980D penny is worth a lot of money, let's talk about how you can check your own coins to see if you've got one that could make you a small fortune. Examine the mint mark. The first thing you'll want to check is the mint mark. If it's a 1980D penny, it will have the D right below Lincoln's shoulder. Look for double die errors. The most valuable 1980D pennies have a doubled die, which you'll spot by looking closely at the date and the inscriptions on the coin. If the numbers in the date, or the Liberty, lettering look blurry or have two sets of outlines, that's a sign it's a double die. Check for die cracks and overstrikes. Look for cracks in the die, especially along the edge of Lincoln's portrait or the lettering. Overstrikes happen when a coin is struck multiple times, and these can also make your penny worth more. Condition is key. Finally, the condition of the coin is crucial. Coins that are graded in uncirculated or proof-like condition can be worth significantly more than coins that have visible wear and tear. The higher the grade, the higher the price. What to do if you have a valuable 1980D penny? If you find that you've got a valuable 1980D penny, the next step is to get it professionally graded. The Certified Guarantee Company, CGC, and Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, are some of the most respected companies that grade coins. A high-grade coin with errors could be your ticket to a serious payday. Once it's graded, you can either hold on to it as a collector's item or decide to sell it at an auction or through a reputable dealer. Just be sure to get it properly authenticated, as counterfeits and replicas are out there, and you don't want to end up with a fake. So, there you have it. The 1980 mint mark Lincoln penny is definitely more than meets the eye. With its rare errors, incredible mintage history, and market value, this penny is a must-have for any serious coin collector. If you've enjoyed this deep dive into the world of valuable pennies, make sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Do you have a 1980 penny? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to check your change. You might be holding on to a small fortune. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting. Hello, coin collectors and enthusiasts. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we've got a truly exciting video for you. We're diving deep into one of the most valuable and elusive coins out there, the 1981 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. This coin is not only part of the rich history of American currency, but it's also worth a staggering $65,923. That's right, this humble penny has become a hidden treasure, and we're going to explore why. In this video. We'll cover the history, the value, the rarity, and what makes this particular penny so special. If you're a coin collector or even just someone interested in the fascinating world of rare coins, you'll want to stick around for the full story. So, let's dive in. A brief history of the Lincoln 1-cent coin before we focus on the 1981 no-mint mark version. Let's take a quick step back in time and explore the history of the Lincoln penny. The Lincoln 1-cent coin was first issued in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by sculptor Victor David Brenner, the coin features the iconic image of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, a design that remained unchanged for over 50 years. Now, fast forward to the 1980s. The U.S. Mint was in the midst of a transition in its production process, and this is where our coin, the 1981 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, enters the picture. The 1981 no-mint mark penny, what makes it special? In 1981, something unusual happened with the U.S. minting process. While most coins feature a mint mark that indicates where they were produced, Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco, the 1981 Lincoln penny is special because it has no mint mark. This omission wasn't intentional. It was a result of a change in the production process at the U.S. Mint. Now, let's talk about why this coin stands out. The mystery behind the missing mint mark. As many of you may know, the absence of a mint mark on a coin is very rare. Typically, the mint mark can be found on the reverse of the coin, just beneath the date. But in 1981, the U.S. Mint accidentally failed to include mint marks on some of the pennies produced that year. This was particularly noticeable on coins coming from the Philadelphia Mint, as that year, they were minted without the traditional P mint mark. But why is this important? Well, the 1981 no mint mark penny is extremely rare because most of the other coins from this year do have the D for Denver or P for Philadelphia mint marks. Coins without a mint mark are often harder to find, making them more valuable, especially when they were produced in a year when they were supposed to have one. How does a coin like this gain so much value? The value of the 1981 no mint mark penny comes from its rarity. When it was first released, the U.S. Mint didn't realize the mistake, and the penny went into circulation without much fanfare. Over time, however, collectors began to realize that this penny was different. The absence of the mint mark made it stand out in a way that other pennies from the same year didn't. The 1981 no mint mark penny was initially overlooked by most people. It wasn't until coin collectors started to notice the rarity of these minting errors that the price began to rise. In the years that followed, the rarity of the coin combined with its historical significance as a production error contributed to its higher than normal value. Today, it's valued at $65,923, with some individual pieces selling for even higher amounts, depending on their condition and the specific characteristics of the coin. The market value today. Now that we know the backstory, let's dive into the current market value of the 1981 no mint mark penny. As of today, The value of this coin is approximately $65,923, and in some cases, it can be worth even more depending on the condition. Coins that have been kept in pristine, uncirculated condition tend to fetch higher prices, while those in poorer condition might still command a decent price but less than the top-tier examples. Several factors affect the value of the 1981 no-mint mark penny. Condition. Like all coins, the condition plays a huge role in determining its value. Coins that are graded as mint state, or uncirculated, meaning they haven't been circulated in daily transactions and still look brand new, are the most valuable. Rarity. There are fewer of these coins than you might think. While millions of pennies are produced every year, the 1981 no-mint mark penny is rare because it was only a small fraction of those produced that year. This scarcity drives its value. Collector demand. As more people become aware of the coin and its value, demand increases. This heightened interest from collectors has only contributed to the growing value of the 1981 no-mint mark penny. Grading and certification. Coins that have been professionally graded and certified by organizations like the Professional Coin Grading Service (PCGS) or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation (NGC) tend to sell for higher prices than coins that are not graded. Certification provides buyers with confidence that the coin is genuine and in the condition it's claimed to be. How to identify a 1981 no-mint mark penny? So, how can you tell if you have one of these valuable coins? It's pretty simple to check. Look for the date. First, make sure the penny is from 1981. The date is clearly stamped on the obverse side of the coin, along with the image of Abraham Lincoln. Check for the mint mark. On the reverse side, directly below the date, there should normally be a mint mark indicating where the coin was made. For the 1981 no-mint mark penny, this space will be blank. If you find a penny from 1981 without a mint mark, you might have one of these rare coins. Condition. Next, take a look at the condition. If the penny is well worn or damaged, it won't be worth nearly as much. Coins in excellent condition are the ones that fetch the highest prices. Where to sell a 1981 no-mint mark penny? If you think you might have one of these valuable pennies, you're probably wondering how to sell it. The best way to go about selling a coin like this is through trusted auction houses, coin dealers, or online marketplaces like eBay. However, if you do decide to sell, it's always a good idea to get the coin professionally appraised and graded. Professional grading ensures that you're getting the highest possible price for your coin and provides buyers with the confidence that the coin is genuine. There you have it. The 1981 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny is more than just a penny. It's a rare and valuable piece of American history, worth an impressive $65,923, thanks to its scarcity and unique production error. If you have one of these coins, you could be holding a small fortune in your hands. Coin collecting is more than just a hobby. It's a chance to hold a piece of history and, in some cases, make a significant financial gain. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting, make sure to keep an eye out for those elusive minting errors and rare coins. You never know what hidden treasures you might find. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about valuable coins, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this. Happy collecting, and I'll see you in the next video. Welcome back, coin enthusiasts. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating coins from the 1980s, the 1980 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. This penny isn't just any ordinary cent, it's a rare gem that has garnered a lot of attention from collectors, and you might be sitting on a small fortune without even knowing it. In this video, we'll explore its history, why it's so valuable, and how much it's worth today, so make sure you stay tuned until the end. The 1980 Lincoln penny, history and context. Let's start by taking a step back in time to 1980. This was a significant year in U.S. history, as it marked the start of a new decade. The nation was dealing with inflation, energy crises, and political changes, but amidst all that, the U.S. Mint continued to produce coins for circulation. That year, the Lincoln penny remained one of the most popular and widely used coins in America, first introduced in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln. The 1980 penny featured the familiar image of Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner. On the reverse, you'll find the iconic wheat ears, a design that had been used for decades, from 1909 to 1958. After 1958, the design shifted to the Lincoln Memorial, which would stay until 2008. But in 1980, the memorial design was still in use. The 1980 no mint mark, what makes it special? Now, here's where it gets interesting. The 1980 no mint mark penny. The U.S. Mint produces coins in various locations, and typically, pennies from the Philadelphia Mint don't have a mint mark. The presence of a mint mark, like the D4 Denver or S4 San Francisco, helps collectors determine where the coin was made. For the 1980 penny, if it was made in Philadelphia, it wouldn't carry a mint mark at all. But here's the twist: the rare value for this penny doesn't come from the mint mark. No, it's because of the unique circumstances around its production that make it so highly sought after. Coin condition and rarity. Why this penny is valuable. Condition is everything in the world of coin collecting. The 1980 no mint mark Lincoln penny is valuable due to its rarity and high-grade conditions. Many of the pennies produced in 1980 were heavily circulated, and because of this, most are found with significant wear and tear. The value of a penny depends greatly on its grade, which ranges from poor to mint state. But if you're lucky enough to have a well-preserved 1980 penny with minimal wear, it could be worth thousands of dollars. Coins that are graded in mint state, meaning they have no visible wear and show original luster, can fetch impressive sums in the marketplace. How much is it worth today? So, how much is this rare penny worth today? The 1980 no mint mark Lincoln penny in excellent condition is valued at a staggering $5,762. That's right, you could be sitting on a small fortune if you have one of these rare, pristine coins tucked away in your collection. Coins in lower grades are still worth more than their face value, but the ones in top-tier condition, graded MS-65 or higher, can easily fetch thousands at auction. Keep in mind that the higher the grade, the more money it can potentially make. How to identify a valuable 1980 no mint mark penny? Let's talk about how you can identify a valuable 1980 no mint mark penny. First, take a good look at the obverse and reverse. You'll want to check the condition of the coin carefully. If your penny is from the Philadelphia Mint, it won't have a mint mark. If it's in excellent condition with no wear on the details of Lincoln's features or the memorial on the reverse, that's a good sign. Also, look for any signs of error or anomalies. Coins with double dies, misprints, or any other striking errors are extremely valuable and can push the price even higher. Make sure to examine it under magnification or have it professionally graded to ensure you're not missing anything. Where to sell or appraise your 1980 no mint mark penny? Now, if you think you have a valuable 1980 no mint mark penny, it's time to have it appraised. You can visit a reputable coin dealer or numismatist for an in-person evaluation. Alternatively, there are online services where you can send in your coin for a professional grading. Many collectors turn to online auctions to sell their valuable coins, as this is often where the highest bids are placed. Websites like eBay, Heritage Auctions, and Great Collections are great places to list your rare pennies. Just make sure to get a professional grade for your coin first to maximize its value. The value of collecting coins. In conclusion, the 1980 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny is a perfect example of why coin collecting can be such an exciting hobby. It's not just about the coins you collect, it's about understanding their history, their rarity, and the story they tell. Whether you're an experienced numismatist or just getting started, keep an eye out for rare coins like this one. If you've got a 1980 no mint mark penny in your collection, it might just be worth more than you think. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more coin tips, valuable finds, and coin histories. See you in the next video. Hey, coin collectors and history buffs! Welcome back to the channel. If you're into rare coins that have potential to skyrocket in value, then today's video is one you don't want to miss. We're diving into the fascinating story of the 1982 D-Mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin with an incredible value and a history that may surprise you. Stick around, because this little penny could be worth more than you think. Let's start by taking a quick look at the coin itself. The 1982 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny is a part of the U.S. Mint's long-standing series that features President Abraham Lincoln. Since its introduction in 1909, the penny has seen numerous changes, and the 1982 version is one of the most notable. It's often remembered because 1982 marked the transition of the U.S. penny from a predominantly copper composition to a more cost-effective zinc-based formula. But the 1982D is particularly intriguing due to its rarity and potential to be worth far more than its face value. The history of the 1982 D Mint Mark penny. In 1982, the U.S. Mint faced rising costs of copper, which led them to alter the composition of the penny. Prior to this, the penny was made from 95% copper and 5% zinc, but due to the rising prices of copper, the Mint decided to change the formula. This made 1982 a pivotal year in the history of the Lincoln penny. However, the big story surrounding the 1982 D Mint Mark penny is the strange number of variations that were produced that year, which have created significant interest among collectors. Here's where it gets interesting. The 1982 penny was struck in two different compositions, copper, 95%, and a new zinc, 97.5%, mixed with a copper plating. But what's even more compelling is that while many collectors focus on the composition, some rare and pristine 1982 D pennies have become highly coveted for their condition and the fact that they were produced at the Denver Mint. The rarity of the 1982 D Mint Mark penny. Now, the 1982 D Lincoln penny isn't just rare because of its composition, but it's rare due to certain specific characteristics. Coins from the 1982 year had various minting errors and unique attributes that make them stand out, including improper strikes and off-center coins. Many of these errors didn't hit circulation, which means that the ones that did survive are considered highly valuable, particularly if they're in pristine condition. Most of the 1982 D pennies you'll find are still relatively easy to come by in uncirculated condition. But those with minting flaws, like double dies, significant off-centers, and other errors, are the ones collectors are looking for. Market value and worth. So, let's get into the money talk. What is the 1982 D Lincoln 1-cent penny worth today? Well, the current market value of an average 1982 D penny in good condition is still fairly modest. However, if you're lucky enough to own one in uncirculated or near mint condition, its value can start climbing into the hundreds of dollars. But here's the real kicker: if your 1982 D penny has rare minting errors, such as a double die or significant off-center, its value could skyrocket. Take, for example, one of the most famous sales, a 1982 D penny in near-perfect condition that sold for a staggering $57,888. That's right, $57,888 for a penny. It just goes to show that even the smallest change in a coin's design or minting can make it worth a fortune to the right collector. With these types of error coins, the rarer they are, the higher their value climbs. How to spot a valuable 1982 D penny? Now, how can you spot a valuable 1982 D penny? It's all about examining the details. First, check for any doubling in the date or mint mark, as this could be indicative of a double die error. Next, closely inspect the edges of the coin for any signs of misstrikes. A misalignment or off-center strike can drastically increase the coin's value. Keep an eye out for any imperfections in the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse side of the coin as well. If you think you've found one of these rare coins, it's best to take it to a certified coin grading service, like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. These experts will assess the quality and rarity of your penny, helping you determine its true value. The coin collecting community and investment potential. Coin collecting has long been a hobby for many, but did you know it can also be a profitable investment? As the world's economic situation fluctuates, rare coins like the 1982 D penny often appreciate in value, especially when they feature minting errors. If you're looking for a solid investment, or just enjoy the thrill of collecting, this particular penny could be a fantastic addition to your collection. In fact, some of the wealthiest coin collectors have made their fortunes by investing in rare and unique coins. The 1982 D penny is just one example of how a small, often overlooked coin can become a high-value asset. So, whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, the 1982 D Lincoln 1-cent penny is a coin you should definitely keep an eye on. With its rich history, rare minting errors, and the potential to be worth thousands, or even tens of thousands, of dollars, this penny is much more than just pocket change. If you happen to have one in your collection, it might be time to dig it out and give it a second look. Thanks for watching, and be sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe for more coin collecting tips and valuable coin insights. Until next time, happy hunting and happy collecting. Hey, coin enthusiasts! Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most intriguing coins from the early 1980s, the 1983 D Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. You might be wondering, what makes this particular penny so valuable? Well, buckle up because we're going to take a detailed look at the history of this coin, what makes it so special, and why its value has soared to a staggering $25,921 in today's market. That's right, folks, you might be sitting on a gold mine without even realizing it. The 1983 D Lincoln penny is not just your run-of-the-mill cent. It has a rich history, unique production quirks, and an incredible story that has captivated collectors for years. Before we get into the specifics, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more in-depth coin content. Now, let's jump into the fascinating world of the 1983 D Lincoln penny. A quick history of the 1983 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny. First things first, let's talk about the year 1983 and its significance in the world of coinage. By the early 1980s, the United States was facing a major issue with the cost of minting coins. The value of copper was on the rise, which made it expensive for the U.S. Mint to produce pennies. As a result, the Mint decided to switch the composition of the penny from its traditional copper-based alloy to a copper-plated zinc alloy in 1982. However, during the transition period, there were still some leftover copper planchets from previous years, and those were accidentally used to strike some 1983 pennies. But here's where things get interesting. Some 1983 pennies were made using these leftover copper planchets, while most were made from the new zinc composition. Fast forward to the 1983 D penny, struck at the Denver Mint, with the D Mint mark indicating its origin. The coin's value skyrocketed not because it was rare in terms of production, but because certain errors, like the copper-based penny, became highly sought after by collectors. What makes the 1983 D Lincoln penny so special? So, what makes the 1983 D penny special? The answer lies in a small but mighty feature: the composition. As mentioned, most of the pennies struck in 1983 were made from the new zinc composition. However, a very small number of pennies were struck using leftover copper planchets. These copper-based pennies are the true gems of the 1983 D series. Now you might be asking yourself, how do I tell if I have one of these valuable copper pennies? Great question. The difference is subtle but important. The copper-based pennies have a distinct reddish-brown color, while the zinc pennies tend to be more of a dull, light brown. Also, copper pennies will have a slightly heavier feel compared to their zinc counterparts. As you can see here, the weight difference is very slight, around 3.11 grams for the copper penny, compared to 2.5 grams for the zinc penny. This weight difference, along with the visual inspection for color, can help you determine whether your 1983 D penny is the highly coveted copper version. The value explosion of the 1983 D Lincoln penny. Now let's talk about value. A standard 1983 D Lincoln penny in circulated condition is worth only a few cents. However, the copper version of the 1983 D penny is a different story entirely. Due to their rarity, these copper pennies have exploded in value over the years. It's estimated that only a small fraction of the total mintage of 1983 D pennies was struck on copper planchets, making them extremely rare. The market for these coins has been incredibly competitive, with collectors and investors alike eagerly searching for these elusive pennies. As of today, the current market value of a 1983 D copper penny can reach as high as $25,921. Yes, you heard that right, over $25,000 for just one penny. Recent auction sales for these copper 1983D pennies have seen prices range from $5,000 to nearly $30,000, depending on their condition, authenticity, and provenance. High-grade examples, those with minimal wear and the best visual appeal, tend to fetch the highest prices. How do you authenticate a 1983D copper penny? Host holding a magnifying glass and coin certificate. Before you start running to the bank to check your pocket change, there are a few things to keep in mind. The 1983D copper penny is incredibly rare, and unfortunately, the rarity of this coin has made it a target for counterfeiters. To avoid falling victim to a scam, you'll need to authenticate the coin. The best way to do this is by having your penny professionally graded by a recognized grading service, such as the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. These organizations can verify the coin's authenticity and provide a grade, which will directly affect its value. Cut to shot of coin grading service websites. Once authenticated, your coin will be assigned a grade, which ranges from poor to mint state. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. Coins in uncirculated or near mint condition can fetch prices in the thousands of dollars. Why is the 1983D penny so important to collectors? So, why does the 1983D penny matter so much to collectors? It's not just about the value, although that is certainly a big part of it. The 1983D penny represents a turning point in U.S. minting history. It's a reminder of the transition from the classic copper alloy to the newer zinc composition, and it marks a significant moment in the ongoing evolution of American coinage. For many collectors, finding a 1983D copper penny is akin to finding a hidden treasure. The story behind these coins adds to their allure, and the rarity of the copper planchets makes them one of the most sought-after modern pennies. How to find a 1983D copper penny and what to do if you have one. If you're on the hunt for a 1983D copper penny, you might want to start by checking your own change. While it's highly unlikely that you'll find one, it's still worth taking a look at the pennies in your jar, your wallet, or any loose change you've accumulated. Another way to find one of these rare coins is through online coin dealers or auctions. But be careful, make sure you're buying from a reputable seller who can verify the authenticity of the coin. And if you're lucky enough to already own one of these rare 1983D copper pennies, make sure to store it properly. Use acid-free holders or coin flips to protect it from damage, and consider having it professionally graded to get the best possible market value. So, there you have it, the fascinating history and immense value of the 1983D Lincoln 1-cent penny. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, the story of this penny is one that's sure to inspire. If you're sitting on a 1983D copper penny, make sure to get it authenticated because it could be worth a small fortune. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, keep collecting and stay curious. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below with your thoughts or any questions you have about rare coins. We've got plenty more videos coming your way, so stick around for more valuable coin content. See you in the next one. Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel. If you're a coin enthusiast, or even just someone who's interested in the world of rare and valuable coins, you're in for a real treat today. In this video, we're diving deep into the 1982 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin that has garnered quite a bit of attention from collectors over the years. We'll explore its history, its rarity, why it's worth so much, and its current market value of an impressive $11,823. So, if you love learning about valuable coins, grab your magnifying glass, and let's get started. The history of the 1982 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. Now, let's rewind a bit and set the stage for this rare coin. The 1982 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is one of those pieces that only come around once in a while, and understanding its backstory makes it even more intriguing. First, let's break down the basics of the Lincoln penny, also known as the 1-cent coin. It's been in circulation since 1909, and it's a coin with a lot of significance in American numismatic history. The obverse, featuring Abraham Lincoln, was designed by Victor David Brenner and has been a staple of the penny ever since. Now, let's zoom in on 1982. During this year, there was a significant shift in the production of pennies. The U.S. Mint began transitioning from copper to a zinc composition due to rising copper prices. Pennies minted in 1982 are made either of copper, 95%, or zinc, 97.5%, and this year actually saw two major types of pennies. The first type was struck with the traditional copper composition, and the second type used the new zinc mixture. However, what makes the 1982 no-mint mark penny so special? Well, it comes down to the fact that most of these pennies were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which at the time didn't include a mint mark. Mint marks have been used since the 19th century to identify where a coin was made. Typically, coins minted at the Philadelphia Mint don't carry a mint mark, while those made in other mints, like the Denver Mint, do. What sets the 1982 no-mint mark Lincoln penny apart from its counterparts is its extremely low mintage numbers, making it much rarer than many of the other pennies produced in 1982. Why is the 1982 no-mint mark Lincoln penny valuable? So, why is this particular penny worth so much? Let's break it down. Rarity. As mentioned earlier, the 1982 no-mint mark Lincoln penny was struck in limited quantities, particularly with the copper composition. This makes it a rarity among collectors. While many pennies from the 1982 year were minted in high numbers, the combination of being from a transitional year and lacking a mint mark makes it a standout piece. Condition. When it comes to rare coins, the condition is everything. If a coin is in pristine condition, it's far more valuable than one that's been heavily worn over time. The 1982 no-mint mark penny that we're focusing on is typically valued higher if it's an MS65 or higher grades, meaning it has minimal wear, no major imperfections, and still has its original luster. Most of the 1982 pennies in circulation were used and are in less than perfect condition, which increases the value of those that have been well preserved. Collector demand. Like with any rare and valuable coin, demand plays a huge role in its value. Collectors are always on the lookout for unique and limited edition pieces. With the 1982 no-mint mark penny being an era coin and one of the few pennies with an elusive minting anomaly, collectors are eager to add it to their collections. This strong demand increases its worth over time. Historical significance. The 1982 penny was the last of its kind to be made with the copper composition before the shift to zinc pennies. It marks an important transition in U.S. coinage, making it a piece of history. Coins from pivotal moments like this are always in demand, as they offer a glimpse into the changing landscape of U.S. currency. The current market value and price trends. Now, let's talk about the most exciting part: the value of the 1982 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. As of today, the coin can fetch up to $11,823 on the open market, but let's take a closer look at how its value has evolved over the years. When the 1982 penny was first released, it had a value of just 1 cent, like all pennies. But over the years, as the coin became more recognized for its rarity and historical significance, collectors began paying attention to it. At first, you could pick up a 1982 no-mint mark Lincoln penny for a few dollars. However, as time went on and fewer of these pennies remained in good condition, prices began to rise. In the late 1990s and early 2000s, a few lucky collectors discovered that certain 1982 no-mint mark pennies, those in mint condition or with other minor errors, could fetch a few $100s at auction. The real jump in value came in the last decade, as demand for rare and valuable coins surged. Collectors started paying top dollar for pieces from the 1982 series, especially those in excellent condition with no mint mark. Today, in MS65 or higher grade, the 1982 no-mint mark Lincoln 1 cent penny has a current market value of around $11,823. Of course, that price can vary depending on the coin's specific condition, whether it has any other errors, and the current demand in the marketplace. For example, if you have one in perfect, uncirculated condition, it might even fetch more than that. How to identify a 1982 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. So, now that you're excited about the possibility of finding a 1982 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, how do you identify one? Look for the date. the first thing to check is the date. It should clearly say 1982 on the obverse, under Lincoln's bust. Check for the mint mark. If the penny doesn't have a mint mark right beneath the date, it's a good candidate for being the no mint mark variety. The mint mark would usually be a D for Denver or an S for San Francisco. But for the 1982 no mint mark Lincoln penny, there is no mint mark. Examine the coin's condition. Check the condition of the coin. Coins in uncirculated or near uncirculated condition will be the most valuable. If it has scratches, heavy wear, or discoloration, it will likely be worth less. Get it graded. If you think you have a 1982 no mint mark Lincoln penny, it's always a good idea to have it professionally graded by a third-party service like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC. A certified grade can help you determine the coin's actual market value. Why should you care about the 1982 no mint mark Lincoln penny? Now you might be wondering, why should I care about this coin? Well, whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting your journey into numismatics, the 1982 no mint mark Lincoln penny is one of those coins that can make a big impact on your collection. Not only is it a rare piece of American history, but it's also a great investment for those looking to diversify their portfolio. Collecting rare coins can be a fun and rewarding hobby, and with coins like the 1982 no mint mark Lincoln penny, there's always the chance to make a significant profit. Just remember, coins in pristine condition are highly sought after, and demand for rare, well-preserved pennies is only going to increase over time. And there you have it. The 1982 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny is a fascinating coin with a rich history and significant value. Whether you're holding on to one already or planning to start searching through your change, knowing its worth and how to identify it could make all the difference. If you found this video interesting, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a video about rare and valuable coins. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting! Hey there, coin collectors and history buffs! Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're diving into an incredible coin that you might have tucked away in your pocket change or in your collection. It's the 1984 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. If you've ever wondered why this penny could be worth a whopping $21,999, then stick around because we've got all the juicy details for you. So grab your magnifying glass, and let's get started. The 1984 no mint mark Lincoln penny, a hidden treasure. Now, most of us are familiar with the classic Lincoln penny. This iconic coin has been around since 1909 and features the beloved image of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, with the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. However, today's focus is on a very special version of this penny from 1984 that has no mint mark. The 1984 penny typically features a small D for the Denver Mint, or a P for the Philadelphia Mint. But what happens when you find one with no mint mark? That's when things get interesting. The absence of the mint mark on the 1984 penny was not intentional, and this is what makes it unique. Why the 1984 no mint mark penny is so valuable? You might be asking, why does the 1984 penny with no mint mark stand out in such a crowded field of coins? To understand that, we need to dive into the history and rare minting errors that make this penny so valuable. So, in 1984, the U.S. Mint struck pennies in both Denver and Philadelphia. The majority of the 1984 pennies are marked with a D or a P mint mark, indicating where they were minted. However, in a few cases, a handful of pennies from Philadelphia were struck without any mint mark, which created a unique error. Mint marks are used to indicate where a coin was produced, and for collectors, this is a key part of the coin's identity. So, when a penny is released with no mint mark at all, it raises a lot of questions, and that's where the rarity comes into play. How rare is the 1984 no mint mark penny? When the 1984 no mint mark Lincoln penny was discovered by collectors, they realized it was a mistake, a minting error. You see, typically the U.S. Mint in Philadelphia strikes coins with the P mint mark, but due to a minor oversight or a malfunction, some coins were struck without the mint mark. The absence of the mint mark doesn't make the coin any less of a penny, but it does make it incredibly rare and highly sought after by collectors, especially since minting errors like this are uncommon. As with most era coins, the more rare and unusual the mistake, the higher the value, so these 1984 no-mint mark pennies have skyrocketed in price. Most of the 1984 pennies were produced as normal, with either a D or P mint mark. So if you find one without a mint mark, you're holding a piece of numismatic history. Not only does it stand out for its era, but it has become a key piece for collectors who are looking for rare and valuable coins. How much is the 1984 no-mint mark Lincoln penny worth? Now let's talk numbers. So, how much could you expect to make if you find one of these rare 1984 no-mint mark Lincoln pennies? According to the current market value, the 1984 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is valued at around $21,999. That's right, nearly $22,000 for a single penny. But let's break this down a bit more. The value of the coin depends on its condition. For example, a penny in pristine, uncirculated condition, with no wear and tear, is worth significantly more than a worn, heavily circulated coin. The condition of the coin is a major factor when it comes to pricing. If you have one of these in perfect mint state, you're looking at a true collector's gem. Another thing to keep in mind is that these coins aren't just valuable because of their rarity. They're also highly prized by collectors and investors alike. With the rarity of this era, demand for the 1984 no-mint mark penny is through the roof, and that drives the market value higher and higher. How to identify a 1984 no-mint mark Lincoln penny? Okay, so how do you know if you've found one of these rare pennies in your own collection? It's all about paying close attention to the mint mark, or rather, the lack of it. First, you'll want to inspect the obverse of the coin. On a regular 1984 penny, you should either see a P or D near the date. If you see nothing there, then you have a 1984 no-mint mark penny. It's important to check carefully, especially since mint marks can sometimes be faint or hard to see. Now, you'll also want to make sure your penny doesn't have any damage or signs of tampering. A genuine 1984 no-mint mark penny is an unaltered error, and a coin in pristine condition is much more valuable. So, you've found this rare penny, and you're wondering, how do I sell it? There are several places where you can put your 1984 no-mint mark Lincoln penny on the market. You could visit local coin shops where collectors might be on the lookout for rare finds, or you can put it up for auction on websites like eBay. Some online coin marketplaces specialize in rare era coins and would be a great option for reaching a global audience of buyers. Just remember, when selling your coin, always get it professionally appraised and certified by a reputable grading service like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation or Professional Coin Grading Service. This will help you get the best price for your rare penny. The 1984 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is one of those hidden gems that can change your life if you find it. With a market value of $21,999, this rare minting error has become a highly valuable piece in the world of coin collecting. If you've got one of these pennies, it might be time to have it evaluated by a professional appraiser. That's all for today's video, folks. Be sure to check your pockets, your change jar, and your coin collection for this unique coin. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more content on rare coins. And as always, keep on collecting and keep on learning. Until next time, happy hunting! Subscribe for more coin content. Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel. If you're a coin enthusiast or just a curious collector, today's video is going to blow your mind. We're diving deep into one of the most fascinating and valuable pennies out there, the 1995 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. This little coin is making waves in the numismatic world, and its market value will shock you. Stick around as we explore why this penny is worth a lot of money, like $28,611. At first glance, this coin might seem just like any other penny you come across. After all, the 1995 Lincoln penny was produced in large quantities, and it's still a common sight in your pocket change. But don't be fooled by its appearance. This penny is a rare find, and it's not just about its age. So what makes the 1995 no-mint mark Lincoln penny so special? Let's start by breaking it down. First, Every coin minted in the United States is supposed to have a mint mark to indicate where it was made. Most pennies, especially from the 1990s, carry either a P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, or S for San Francisco. But some 1995 pennies are missing that mint mark altogether, which is extremely unusual for that year. These no mint mark pennies were produced at the U.S. Mint in Philadelphia. Now, Philadelphia is known for minting the majority of pennies, but the absence of a mint mark wasn't common practice at the time. Most Philadelphia coins were still stamped with the P, starting from the 1980s. But somehow, for the 1995 penny, a batch of them was struck without the mint mark. And that's where the mystery, and the value, begins. Over the years, coin collectors and experts have been puzzled by this anomaly. Initially, many people thought it was just an error coin, which led to a lot of speculation. But as the years passed, the demand for these no mint mark 1995 pennies started to skyrocket. In fact, they became highly sought after by collectors. Although there was no official statement about how many of these unmarked coins were produced, estimates suggest that only a small fraction of the 1995 pennies came out without the mint mark. Some estimates say there were only around 3,000 of them, making them incredibly rare. So, let's talk value. When the 1995 no mint mark Lincoln penny was first discovered, it was priced relatively low, maybe a few bucks at most. But as the coin gained more recognition in the collecting community, the value started to rise dramatically. And when the 2000s hit, it was no longer just a rare find, it became a highly coveted piece. Fast forward to today, and the market value for a 1995 no mint mark penny is a whopping $28,611, depending on the coin's condition. That's right, this small, simple penny can sell for nearly 30 grand. But don't expect to find one just lying around in your pocket change. Most of the ones still in circulation are far from mint condition, and those are often worth just a few cents, if anything. If you're lucky enough to find one in excellent condition, say, a grade of MS65 or higher, you're looking at the potential to make a significant profit. Coins in pristine condition are highly valued by collectors, as they are even rarer than those with any signs of wear. And there's another important factor in determining its value: provenance. Some of these coins have passed through the hands of famous collectors or have been authenticated by respected grading companies like PCGS or NGC. If you have one of these verified, you're looking at an even higher market value. Now I know what you're thinking: how can I check if I have one of these valuable pennies? Well, first, take a close look at your 1995 pennies. Look carefully at the area where the mint mark should be, and make sure it's truly missing. A magnifying glass can help you examine the fine details. If you suspect you have one of these rare pennies, it's a good idea to get it graded by a professional. You might just have a small treasure hiding in your collection. Coin grading is essential to determine the true worth of a penny. The grading process assesses its condition, any imperfections, and how well it was struck. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. So, why are these pennies worth so much today? It's all about rarity, demand, and history. The 1995 no mint mark Lincoln penny is a perfect storm of those three factors. It's a coin that collectors are eager to own, not just for its rarity, but because of the story it tells about an error in the minting process and its place in U.S. coinage history. Remember, not every 1995 penny is worth thousands of dollars, but if you happen to have one of these rarities, you're holding on to something that could potentially change your life financially. Who would have thought a penny could have such a fascinating history, right? Alright, folks, that wraps up our deep dive into the 1995 no mint mark Lincoln penny. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more amazing coin content. Who knows? The next rare coin you find could be worth more than you ever imagined. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel. Today, we've got a really exciting coin to talk about, one that has some amazing value and history behind it. We're diving deep into the 2013 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. This little penny might just be sitting in your pocket, but it could be worth a whole lot of money, with a current market value of $8,611. Stick around as we explore everything about this rare and valuable coin, its history, its uniqueness, and how you can identify one in your collection. Let's get started. So, let's start with the basics. The 2013 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny is part of the long-standing series of pennies that the U.S. Mint has been producing since 1909. The coin itself features President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner, and the reverse shows the iconic Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. However, the 2013 no-mint mark variant has one key thing that sets it apart from the rest: it's missing the mint mark. Now, as you may know, most U.S. coins have a mint mark indicating where they were made: Philadelphia, Denver, San Francisco, etc. But in 2013, some pennies were struck in Philadelphia, and these pennies were supposed to have the P mint mark. However, a small number of 2013 pennies were mistakenly struck without a mint mark, and that's where the value comes in. You see, when these coins were discovered, they caused a lot of excitement in the numismatic community, because they were so rare. What makes the 2013 no-mint mark Lincoln penny valuable? So, what makes this 2013 no-mint mark penny so valuable? Well, as with any rare coin, it's a combination of rarity, historical significance, and collector demand. The 2013 no-mint mark penny was never intentionally minted without the mint mark. In fact, all coins made in Philadelphia in that year were supposed to have the P mint mark. So, when these unmarked pennies appeared, it immediately grabbed the attention of collectors. At first, people weren't sure if it was a mistake or something more significant. Was it just a fluke? Or was this a rare error coin that could be worth something? As collectors and coin experts began to investigate, it became clear that these unmarked pennies were an unexpected minting anomaly. The lack of the mint mark made these pennies much rarer than their P-marked counterparts, and they quickly became highly sought after by collectors. As time passed, the value of these pennies has increased significantly. And while it might not be as valuable as some other rarities out there, with a market value of $8,611 as of 2025, it's certainly a coin that can catch the eye of any serious numismatist. Identifying a 2013 no-mint mark penny. Now you might be wondering, how do you even identify a 2013 no-mint mark penny? Is it hard to spot? Well, it's actually pretty simple to check. First, let's take a look at the coin. The obverse side of the penny shows Abraham Lincoln, and the reverse side features the Lincoln Memorial, just like most other Lincoln pennies. But the most important thing you need to check is the mint mark. Normally, the mint mark would be right under the year, 2013, on the obverse. If it's missing, you're holding a 2013 no-mint mark penny. Check closely, because any missing mint mark on a 2013 penny from Philadelphia will make it more valuable. If there's no P, that's a sign you've got something special on your hands. You'll want to hold on to it and protect it, because collectors will pay top dollar for this kind of error coin. The historical context and why it happened now. Let's talk about why this happened in the first place. Why did a few 2013 pennies get struck without a mint mark? It all comes down to a simple mistake at the U.S. Mint. In 2013, the U.S. Mint made the decision to put a P mint mark on all pennies struck in Philadelphia to mark the 225th anniversary of the Mint's founding. However, for some unknown reason, a small batch of pennies were struck without that mint mark, and they slipped through the cracks before being released into circulation. It's believed that this occurred during a period of high production, with the mint pushing out huge numbers of pennies. Some of these coins were just caught in the shuffle and went unnoticed for a while. But once collectors and coin experts realized what had happened, the coins became an instant sensation. Their rarity combined with the historical aspect of it being an accidental oversight only adds to the overall value and excitement. How much is the 2013 no-mint mark penny worth today? So, how much is the 2013 no-mint mark penny worth today? Well, as I mentioned earlier, the current market value of this coin is around $8,611. But the value can vary depending on the condition of the penny, its grade, and whether it's part of a rare collection. For example, if you have a 2013 no-mint mark penny that is in mint condition, it could fetch even more. Coins that are graded highly by the Professional Coin Grading Service (PCGS) or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation (NGC) tend to command higher prices in the marketplace. On the other hand, if the coin shows significant wear and tear, it may still be worth a significant amount, but not as much as a pristine example. You'll find these pennies selling at auctions, in online marketplaces, and through various coin dealers. It's worth mentioning that the value can fluctuate based on the market and demand, but right now, $8,611 is a pretty good ballpark figure. How to sell or buy a 2013 no-mint mark penny. If you're looking to sell or buy a 2013 no-mint mark penny, there are a few things you should keep in mind. First, make sure the coin is properly authenticated. If you have a penny that you suspect is valuable, it's always a good idea to have it graded by a reputable coin grading service. This will give you an official grade, and it can help you determine its market value more accurately. You can sell it through various online platforms like eBay, or you could work with local coin dealers or auction houses that specialize in rare coins. Just make sure to research the going prices and the best places to sell. If you're looking to buy, make sure you're working with a trusted seller who can provide proper documentation and certification for the coin. To wrap up, the 2013 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny is definitely one of those coins that's worth keeping an eye out for. It's a rare find that could bring in a nice chunk of change if you happen to have one lying around. With a current market value of $8,611, it's no surprise that collectors are actively seeking this unique era coin. Remember, always do your research, check your pennies, and don't let a rare coin slip through your fingers. Who knows? You might be holding on to the next big find. Thanks for watching today's video. I hope you found it helpful and informative. If you have any 2013 no-mint mark pennies in your collection, be sure to check them carefully. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on more amazing coin content. Until next time, happy collecting! Hey, coin collectors and enthusiasts! Welcome back to the channel. If you're into valuable coins, rare finds, or just love the history behind each piece of currency, then you're in for a treat today. In this video, we're diving deep into one of the most sought-after pennies in recent years, the 2016 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. Yes, you heard that right. A penny from 2016 that could be worth over $10,999. But why is it so valuable? And what makes it so rare? Let's find out. Now, when most people think of pennies, they probably envision those copper-colored coins we see every day. They don't tend to hold much value in our pockets. However, in the world of numismatics, coin collecting, even the smallest denominations can be worth serious money. And the 2016 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is a perfect example of this. Understanding the coin. Let's break down exactly what makes the 2016 no-mint mark Lincoln penny so special. To start, this penny is from the year 2016, and it was produced in significant quantities. So, at first glance, it may seem like any other penny minted during that time. But here's the catch. This particular coin has no mint mark on the reverse side, which is highly unusual for pennies from 2016. Typically, U.S. coins, whether they're pennies, nickels, or dimes, carry a mint mark that indicates where they were produced. For example, coins minted in Philadelphia usually carry a P mint mark, and those from Denver have a D. However, some coins are released without any mint marks at all, and this can happen for various reasons, such as production errors, special releases, or just due to oversight during the minting process. In 2016, most Lincoln pennies carried the standard D for Denver or P for Philadelphia, but a small batch was produced with no mint mark whatsoever. The history and error behind the coin. Historically, there have been several instances of U.S. coins being released with no mint marks, and they've all become valuable. So, when collectors first noticed the lack of a mint mark on the 2016 Lincoln pennies, they quickly realized this was a rare find. Many believed these were simply errors in the minting process, and that's what makes them so intriguing to collectors. Why is it worth so much? So, why exactly is this coin worth so much? Well, the answer lies in its rarity. While there are no definitive numbers on how many of these 2016 no-mint mark pennies were produced, estimates suggest that only a very small fraction of the total number of pennies minted that year were actually released without a mint mark. Because of this, these coins have become highly sought after by collectors looking to complete their collections or find an anomaly in their inventory. In fact, some 2016 no-mint mark pennies have fetched impressive amounts at auctions, with one such coin recently being valued at $10,999. This high price is a reflection of the coin's rarity, its status as an era coin, and the strong demand among collectors who are eager to own this piece of history. How to identify the 2016 no-mint mark penny? Now, let's talk about how you can identify this rare coin in your own collection. To spot the 2016 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, you'll need to carefully inspect the reverse side. Normally, you'll find a mint mark right next to the year, either a P for Philadelphia or a D for Denver. But on the no mint mark penny, there will be no mint mark at all. That's the key feature to look for. Now, if you're serious about collecting rare coins, here are some tips for finding these types of coins in the wild. Inspect your change. As simple as it sounds, sometimes coins are sitting right under your nose. Make sure to carefully look through your pocket change or even look for pennies that may have been in circulation for years. Visit coin shows and auctions. A lot of rare coins, like the 2016 no mint mark Lincoln penny, can be found at specialized coin shows and auctions. You'll be able to connect with other collectors and sometimes even purchase rare coins that aren't easily available elsewhere. Get the right tools. If you want to properly evaluate your pennies, invest in a good magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe. These tools will help you spot any flaws, mint marks, or details that could make a coin more valuable. To wrap up, the 2016 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny is a rare find with a market value of around $10,999. Its rarity, due to its minting error, has made it a prized possession among collectors. If you happen to come across one of these coins, you might just hold a little piece of history that's worth more than you think. So, next time you reach into your wallet or change jar, take a moment to look for this valuable penny. Who knows? You might be holding on to something that could make you a small fortune. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. If you enjoyed learning about the 2016 no mint mark Lincoln penny and want to discover more valuable coins, be sure to hit that subscribe button, like this video, and share it with your fellow collectors. Let me know in the comments if you've ever found a rare coin or if you're on the lookout for one. Until next time, happy collecting! Hey there, coin collectors and enthusiasts! Welcome back to the channel, where we explore the fascinating world of rare coins and the stories behind them. Today, we're diving into something truly extraordinary, something that might just be hiding in your coin jar or collection right now. If you're not paying attention, you could be sitting on a treasure. That's right, we're talking about the 2021 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin, which is currently valued at a whopping $8,725. So sit back, relax, and let's get into the history, value, and why this penny is so special. Before we jump into the details, let's take a look at this coin. The 2021 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny features the traditional design of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, along with the familiar E pluribus unum and In God We Trust inscriptions. But there's something unique about this penny that you'll need to be aware of if you want to cash in on its hidden value. So, let's talk about why this particular penny is so valuable. When we look at the Lincoln 1-cent penny, we typically expect to see a mint mark. Most pennies, after all, come from one of the U.S. Mint's facilities, either in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. However, the 2021 penny is different. It's a no mint mark coin, meaning it was struck in Philadelphia, but the mint mark was left off the design altogether. And, as we'll see, this small error makes a world of difference when it comes to value. Now you might be wondering, how did we get here? Let's take a step back and look at the history of the Lincoln penny. The Lincoln 1-cent penny was first introduced in 1909, celebrating the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Over the years, it's gone through several design changes, but the general concept of the coin has remained largely the same. Fast forward to the 2021 version, which marks over a century of the iconic Lincoln penny. 2021 saw the introduction of a fresh batch of pennies, and while most of them look pretty similar to what we're used to, some of them turned out to be real anomalies. The 2021 no-mint mark penny is one such anomaly, and that's exactly what caught the attention of collectors and numismatists. But what makes it stand out? Let's get into the specifics. Typically, pennies struck in Philadelphia are expected to have a P mint mark. However, in 2021, the U.S. Mint inadvertently produced some Lincoln pennies without this mint mark. Now you might be asking, why does this matter? Well, it's all about rarity. Errors and anomalies in coin production, especially ones that can't be easily reproduced, are highly valued by collectors. And this particular issue in 2021, where the mint mark was missing, is one such example. Now you might be asking yourself, doesn't every penny from Philadelphia not have a mint mark? Well, that's true, but the key here is that the U.S. Mint intended for all pennies produced at the Philadelphia facility to have the P mint mark, as they had done since 2017. This inconsistency, where some 2021 pennies came without any mint mark at all, made these coins highly collectible. The market value of the 2021 no mint mark penny. Now, let's talk about what you're all here for, the value of the 2021 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. At first glance, this penny might seem like just another penny, but in the world of coin collecting, it's anything but ordinary. Because of its rarity, these coins have become incredibly sought after by collectors. As of now, this penny can fetch a market value of $8,725 in top condition. That's right, $8,725 for just one penny. But here's the catch: to get this kind of value, the coin must be in excellent condition. Uncirculated or nearly uncirculated examples are the ones driving up the price. Coins with any significant wear or damage will still hold some value, but not nearly as much as those in mint condition. When it comes to determining the value of a coin like this, collectors will look at several factors, including the condition of the coin, its rarity, and its demand in the market. For the 2021 no mint mark penny, here are a few key things to keep in mind. Grade: coins are graded based on their condition, from poor to mint state. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. Rarity: while many 2021 pennies were struck with a mint mark, the number of no mint mark examples is much smaller. Market trends: collectors' interests change over time, so it's important to keep an eye on auction results and sales data. One of the reasons this coin is so valuable is that it's the only 2021 penny with no mint mark. That makes it a true rarity, and because coin collectors love unique items, the demand for these pennies has only gone up. However, as with any rare coin, the market is dynamic, and prices can fluctuate depending on demand, condition, and the state of the economy. Where to find and sell your 2021 no mint mark penny? So, how can you find one of these rare pennies, and where can you sell it? Well, the first step is to check your pocket change or look through your collection. Many of these coins have been found in rolls of newly minted pennies from 2021. Once you have a 2021 no mint mark penny, consider getting it professionally graded by a service like PCGS or NGC. A high-quality grade will ensure you get the best possible value. Next, you can sell your coin at auction sites like eBay, where many collectors are looking for this very penny. Alternatively, local coin shops might also be interested, though they may offer a lower price than what you could get at auction. Remember, the key is to make sure your coin is properly authenticated and graded, as this will significantly affect its value. So there you have it. The 2021 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny is an exciting find for any collector, with a current market value of $8,725. If you happen to come across one of these rare coins, it could be your ticket to a small fortune. As always, if you found this video helpful, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more coin-related content. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss an update on rare and valuable coins. Happy hunting, And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for tuning in to this incredible journey through history and rare coins. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content on coin collecting, rare finds, and the world of valuable pennies. See you in the next video. Until next time, happy hunting, and may your collection grow more valuable every day.